it's the 5th of February, the year 2026. So glad to be tuned here at Kutv Primetime News on Saturday that our reporters have been busy as usual gathering, packaging these whole news stories just to get you informed. Well, without much ado, let's get the highlights. Moses Ledama Sunkuli appointed acting IEBC CEO until the poll body appoints a replacement. It's not always about politics. President William Ruto dismisses Nyota program critics. Mwalimu Farm and Gatongora Ruiru residents pleas over unsafe river crossing point to be addressed as constituency pledges action. And former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko distances himself from 20 million corruption case, alleging senior officials targeted him. Well, Mutava Mongeli is joining us for the sign language interpretation, but also remember that we are live across all our social media platforms. On YouTube, it's Kutv News Kenya. On X and Facebook, it's Kutv. On X, it's Kutv_Kenya. We begin. President William Ruto today led the disbursement of Nyota's startup capital in Malindi, Kilifi County, saying youth empowerment through the enterprise funding is key to job creation. He urged beneficiaries to use the fund responsibly, insisting that the program is an investment and not a handout.
President William Ruto today in Malindi launched Nyota Startup Capital for youth from Kilifi, Lamu and Tana River counties, emphasizing that the program is for all youths, not about politics, tribe or favoritism, and aims to empower young people and promote entrepreneurship nationwide.
Na hakuna kijana hapa ameletwa na mwanasiasa ama na mtu yeyote. Hakuna kijana hapa amefika hapa kwa kujulikana, ama yule ako na connection, ama yule ameshughulikiwa na mtu fulani. Kila kijana aliyefika hapa ni bidii yake ndio imemfikisha hapa. Ni kweli ama si kweli?
President William Ruto lamented that many issues have been politicized, urging Kenyans to stay alert. He accused the opposition of trying to manipulate development initiatives for political mileage, emphasizing the need for citizens' careful observation.
Siasa imetusumbua miaka nyingi. Siasa inaendeshwa kwa mirengo, kwa ubaguzi, kwa ukabila, kwa mambo ambayo yanatenga Wakenya wengine. Na ndio tumekubaliana safari hii. Mimi nilitoa ahadi. Wengine walikuwa wanasema huyu Ruto anasema uongo. Muko hapa leo ama hamuko? Hii pia ni uongo.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki said the Nyota initiative targets skilled and talented youth, aiming to turn ideas into viable businesses. He said the program focused on the entrepreneurship development, job creation and expanding employment opportunities to drive inclusive economic growth.
The program has objectives to create entrepreneurship, to create jobs, to create employability skills, and to ensure young people access government procurement in national government and county governments. Malengo ya mradi ni kuhakikisha kwamba tunaongeza nafasi ya kazi kwa vijana, tunaongeza nafasi ya ajira.
Cabinet Secretary for Cooperative and MSMES Wycliffe Oparanya dismissed claims that the Nyota Startup Capital program sidelines anyone and stressing it is for all eligible youth.
Naona wanasiasa wengine wanasema huu mradi unalenga watu wa chama fulani, hiyo ni uongo. Hii mradi inalenga vijana wa Kenya wote. Kila wote inatoa vijana 84 Kenya mzima. Na tumetembea hivyo, na tunataka kila mtu ambaye amepata nafasi, kwa sababu hii nafasi ni ya kipekee.
Kilifi County Governor Gideon Mung'aro pledged to issue business licenses to all youth starting ventures with Nyota Startup Capital. He said the initiative will remove bureaucratic barriers, enabling young entrepreneurs to grow sustainable businesses across the country.
Sisi kama county tutatoa leseni ya wale wote ambao wataanza biashara na hiyo pesa. Ya pili pia tutawapatia trade officers, na tumeongea na CC wa trade ama waziri wa trade wa county. Kwa tuko na ule mfuko wa wezesha. Wale wataweza kuhakikisha pesa wao wametunza, wame fence vizuri, na wana biashara ambao wameanzisha ambayo itawasaidia, wanataka kuongezwa pesa. Hiyo pesa umepewa na Nyota ndio itakuwa security yako ya kupewa wezesha fund uendelee upanue biashara.
The Nyota program continues empowering youth nationwide, fostering entrepreneurship, job creation and inclusive economic growth. Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, residents of Mwalimu Farm and Gatongora in Ruiru, Kiambu County have raised alarm over the decades-long life-threatening challenge of crossing the polluted, toxic industrial waste and dangerous water animals in Nairobi River, which separates the two communities. Now they are calling for immediate government intervention.
Residents of Mwalimu Farm and Gatongora in Ruiru, Kiambu County have warned of long-standing dangers posed by crossing the polluted Nairobi River, which separates the two communities. Residents say anyone who has slipped into the river has never survived, either falling victim to animal attacks or poisonous substances in the water with no bridge in place. Locals have been forced to improvise a risky crossing using a fragile makeshift boat assembled from floating sleepers, sacks and other materials.
Kama maji ikivuruti, wajua maji inaenda mpaka huko juu. Sasa maji ikiwa mingi, mtu hawezi vuka. Kuna mtu anaweza kuwa na uoga, labda ingie kwa maji, hii mto iko na mamba na iko na kila kitu. Lazima sasa ujaribu vile utamuokoa akiingia kwa maji, na ni hasara kubwa sana. Na hii mto ni deep sana. Hata saa hii hakuna maji, lakini ni deep, huwezi onekana. Ukiingia hapo huwezi onekana.
The hazardous situation has slowed social and economic development, limiting access to school, health facilities and markets, and keeping the villages largely isolated.
Toka Mwalimu Farm kwenda kwa administrator wetu, kama kwa viongozi wetu, itabidi uende uzunguke mpaka Ruai 40 kilometers, ambayo kwa watu wengi itakuwa ni gharama kubwa, watu wanashindwa kufuka. Tumepata msaada wakati mbunge ameleta askari hapa kwetu, maana hata kama ni issue ya insecurity, tulikuwa nazunguka bado hiyo yote. Ukiibiwa mifugo kabla unaenda kuripoti mwizi tayari ameenda. Hata mko na mgonjwa huwezi mfikisha kule ngambo ile juu hiyo mashida yote. Watu wengi wamekufia ngambo hii, na ile hali hospitali iko hapa 11 kilometers, lakini huwezi vuka.
Ruiru Member of Parliament Simon Kingara says the government plans to construct a modern bridge as part of a wider road network to improve connectivity and spur economic growth.
Vile vile barabara zimetengenezwa, lakini kifukio ni duni kiasi, na tumeomba serikali na wamekubali kutupatia daraja ya kuvuka hapa. Kama vile mmeona ni eneo la kutishia sana, hasa wakati wa mvua. Kwa hivyo ningeomba hii ijengwe haraka ndio tusije tukapata maafa katika eneo hili vile mvua iko karibu kunyesha.
The planned bridge is expected to bring relief to residents, improving safety, connectivity and economic opportunities in the two villages. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has appointed Moses Ledama Sunkuli as the acting chief executive officer, effective immediately until the poll body appoints a replacement for the outgoing CEO, Marjan Hussein Marjan. This is after serving at IEBC for more than a decade. Hussein Sunkoli is expected to serve in an acting capacity for a period of 6 months until the appointment of a substantive CEO is finalized. The position felt vacant after Marjan resigned on the 3rd of February 2026. This is amid mounting pressure from the opposition to demand his exit ahead of the next general election. In other news, former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko has distanced himself in a 20 million shilling corruption case. Appearing before Magistrate Charles Ondieki, Sonko told the court that powerful individuals and senior officials had targeted him during his long-standing anti-corruption crusade. The former embattled Nairobi governor and his co-accused Anthony Ombok is facing charges related to the alleged misuse of 20 million shilling public fund after High Court overturned his earlier acquittal. The charges stem from allegations that Sonko extorted 20 million shillings in connection with county government's dealing during his tenure as Nairobi governor. The allegations, which he has dismissed. Sonko said he allegedly refused a bribe from the so-called powerful individuals when they visited his office and offered him 8 million shilling and instead reported the matter to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. And on to Mombasa. Traders in Mombasa have raised concerns over the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill 2024, warning that the proposed changes could worsen illicit trade and harm legitimate businesses. Speaking at a press conference, they said illegal trade in accessible goods is already denying the government billions in revenue. Business owners noted that more than half of such products in the market are now non-compliant. The traders opposed plans to ban flavored nicotine products, arguing that the move could create a black market vacuum. They urged lawmakers to strengthen enforcement of existing law instead, saying the proposed amendments risk undermining livelihoods, public health and government revenue.
Illicit trade in the country has grown exponentially over time to the point that it now threatens the very existence of legitimate businesses. According to a recent acknowledgement by the Kenya Revenue Authority, over 50% of accessible goods, these are goods in which KRA should be collecting excess duties, in Kenya are illicit and non-compliant, leading to significant loss of revenue to the public. By KRA on admission, over 50% of goods like sodas, bottled water, beauty products, beers, cigarettes, perfume, and many others are illicit. This similarly means that over every 100 shillings, the government is collecting as excess tax. There's another 100 shillings which is not collected because there are unscrupulous traders who are avoiding paying taxes which would otherwise go towards building schools, hospitals, roads, and providing Kenya with the needed infrastructure and the social amenities. We, the hospitality business people, will request when the Senate resumes sitting next week after its long recess, it must do the right thing and reject the proposal to ban flavors in tobacco products, as banning them will only open the market to illicit products.
Business stakeholders in Kilifi, Lamu and Tana River counties have welcomed the proposed Trade Development Bill 2025, saying it will lower the cost of doing business and boost competitiveness. Speaking during a public forum in Malindi, the traders called for harmonized levies to reduce multiple charges that is across the countries. They also raised concern over high electricity cost and digital platforms favoring large firms. Meanwhile, participants urged government to ensure small and medium enterprises benefit from the reforms. The bill proposes a National Trade Council and Academy to streamline policies and train professionals. Officials say the law will modernize trade and promote inclusive growth. Well, at that point, you're due to take our very first commercial break. We'll be back with more stories. Do stay tuned.
Miti miti, panda panda, miti miti. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of EarthCheck. Welcome.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the quote the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback for Raila Odinga.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians.
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
Welcome back, and let's keep on informing you. Now, farmers and traders from Narok County are urging the government to take advantage of the current dry spell to repair some of the roads that become impassable during rainy seasons. Speaking in Kojonga, Narok East, they said Narok County is a significant contributor to country's agricultural sector, but poor road conditions are a major challenge. They want the national and county governments to repair roads that hinder their ability to transport produce to the market.
Sasa chakula ni mingi hapa na bei ndio mbaya. Sinaomba serikali atusaidie tutengenezee barabara.
Naona tunatumia magari mbili juu ya mabarabara huku ni mbaya, na chakula siko na shida kutafuta. Mahali tunaipata uwezi enda na gari moja juu utatokea hiyo siku juu mabarabara hakuna.
Sasa mimi nitaomba chairman chairman ongea na huyu mtu wa roads engineer Kerembu, ile spending kidogo tuko nayo hii watu watengenezee barabara wafanye tu grading.
Now, Jomvu Member of Parliament Badi Twalib has called on the national government to urgently recruit more teachers to address an acute shortage in schools within Jomvu constituency, warning that the problem rather could undermine efforts to achieve full school transition under the new education system. Speaking during a bursary disbursement ceremony for the beneficiaries of his education scholarship program, Twalib stressed that education must remain a collective responsibility involving parents, teachers, the community and government institutions, stressing the need for 100% transition of learners from one education level to the next, saying that parents must work closely with teachers and local leaders to prevent school dropouts.
Nataka nitoe fursa safari hii kusema kwa serikali ni muhimu iajiri walimu zaidi kwa sababu kuna shortage ya walimu. Alafu vile vile katika mambo ya watoto kutokwenda shule, na sema kuwa hii mambo ya 100% transition lazima wazazi washirikiane na wale watu asasi za elimu za kuhakikisha kwa watoto wafike kule kwa mashule. Na tumesema hapa Jomvu ya kwa kuwa mtoto asikae nyumbani hata kama kuna shida gani, kama ni ya school fees, kama ni ya uniform, mtoto aende alafu baadaye itaweza kuelezwa. Tumeweza kufanya program ya all. Vile mimi nataka kutoa mwito kusema kuwa wale wote ambao tumepatia challenge ya walimu, nimesema kuwa wakienda kusoma kama mbunge tutaweza kuwasimamia 100%.
Now that appeal for more teachers story brings us to taking our second commercial break. We'll be back with more stories, particularly sports news.
Ninakukaribisha rasmi kwenye Mitindo ya Kipwani, kipindi kinachokuza utamaduni wa Kipwani, nikikuletea mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja na wataalamu, vyakula vilivyopikwa na kukorombezwa, viungo mwake vya Kipwani, ngoma zetu za asilia za Kimijikenda, bila kusahau tarabu na chakacha. Yaani wanawake Uswahilini watakuwa wakinengua na kuzungusha viuno kama panga boy za trekta ndani ya Mitindo ya Kipwani Kutv, ukiletewa moja kwa moja kutoka Salama Bling Beach Resort kila Jumamosi saa 10 jioni na Jumapili saa 4 usiku, ukiwa nami mtamu wako zaidi ya asali. Mimi naitwa Waridi Tamu. Mpenzi mtazamaji, usipitwe na matamu.
Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo, ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuwini. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
Welcome back, and let's get sporty, but I'm afraid to give you some sad news. The Kenyan football fraternity was today plunged into mourning following the untimely death of Kakamega Homeboys defender Silas Abungana. The 25-year-old defender was allegedly attacked by his younger brother in a heated dispute over a parcel of family land. He was later rushed to Kakamega County General Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. The fullback joined Homeboys in August 2025 ahead of the start of his season, and had become a key member of the squad under Patrick Odhiambo. Silas previously played for Shabana FC and Gushe Stars and was part of the Turbo squad that earned Premier League promotion in 2023. Another story, in the just concluded Carabao Cup semi-finals, Manchester City had another successful day in office with a win against Newcastle United. After thrashing them 2-0 in the first stage of the semi-final, Pep Guardiola boys through goal scorers Omar Momash and Tijani synced Newcastle against placing them in the final. Man City will now face Arsenal in the EFL Cup final comes March the 22nd at Wembley Stadium. Well, many thanks for your time. It's exactly 9:28, some 2 minutes to 9:30. That is all we had for you tonight. But with regard to the IEBC story of the IEBC having appointing an acting CEO, well, the question would then be, do you or have you restored your trust to IEBC, or was the problem the whole system or an individual? Well, that's all. Mutava Mwongeli was our sign language interpreter. Many thanks to everybody who had made this broadcast a success. Till next time, do have a lovely night. My name is Ochieng Cynthia.